Hello, quick unboxing. This is for the GIGABYTE RTX 4090 card. It's just the vanilla 4090, if there is such a thing. Let's get it open and see what you get with it. I will just have a quick look at the back first before I actually have a look inside. So it's obviously in retail packaging. So you've got the various features that it wants to show off about. The wind force cooling system, RGB, legendary 3-ring lighting, apparently, legendary. It's got a protection metal back plate. So you've got, so it's structural, it says. And then you've got various things about how wonderful NVIDIA is, because they kind of are, really. The actual box itself isn't sealed, so we'll just get it open and have a look. So I don't actually need the knife, so we'll put that out of the way. Being very careful not to drop it. Put that out of the way there. Inner box again isn't sealed, so I can just flip it open and we'll have a look. Let's just fold that back. There's a thing that says GIGABYTE on it. That's the warranty card and an installation guide. Part list. So it actually looks like it comes with a mounting bracket. Obviously to give it extra support, because it's going to be pretty heavy. As a general quick guide, I've got a sneaking suspicion that that's going to be pretty universal, and it is, so that isn't going to be very helpful particularly, but GIGABYTE put it in anyway. I'll put that back in there and we'll get that out of the way. So I'm lifting this bit off now, a bit of polystyrene, and let's look at the little compartments. That's a, oh, thank you GIGABYTE, that's well thought out. So you've got a 4 8-pin ATX connector there, to obviously the funky one that it actually uses, the little thin one, the one that, you know, used to catch fire. There's indications about how it should be plugged in, so you shouldn't see any gaps. It's like no air gaps. I'm not going to say air, well, it's an air gap, isn't it? But it's got to be flush. So there's a warning about that. So that's obviously an important factor. Otherwise, they wouldn't mention it. And then this is a little bag of screws and hex mounts and other bits and bobs. So it's obviously a mounting kit. There's part of a bracket there. That is a substantial bit of metal, and there's another bit here which is also a substantial bit of metal with GIGABYTE written on it. So I think it's a heavy card because they're giving you a pretty big bit of scaffolding for it. Move that out of the way. That's all that's in there, so let's get the actual card out itself and we'll have a look at it. Oh my word, that is heavy. So there it is. Is it sealed? Yes. I'm just going to lay it flat. I don't want to damage the fans. So you got 1, 2, 3 seals on it. So we'll just cut those just to get access to it, like that. And then we'll pull the card out. It comes in basically a bin bag. So here's the card itself. There is film on the back of there, which I'm not going to peel off just yet, but that's a whopper, that is. Look at the size of that. Yeah, 3 big fans on it. Very thick base. There's that metal plate they were talking about. It blows straight through there. It's going to be vertically mounted. This particular one's going to be vertically mounted. So it is going to look a bit funky, innit? So let's just put that down and we'll just give it a little bit of comparison. It's not going to be a very fair comparison, but it's, let me introduce, hello young new graphics card, let me introduce you to your great-grandfather. There's this one, which I use for testing. This is actually quite a lot smaller, isn't it? This is a GeForce 210. So, yeah. Goodness me, we've come a long way, haven't we? I don't know what the next series is going to be like. I mean, that's enormous. But, yeah, so that's for comparison purposes. So this is going in the machine that I'm building at the moment. If you've got any questions about it, then stick them in the comments. Unboxing of graphics cards isn't terribly interesting, but it's not often you come across a, you know, £1.5 card, is it? I think that's how much it cost. I can't quite remember. But yeah, if you have any questions, stick them in the comments. Liking and subscribing is appreciated. I do like that. And as ever, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching. Hello. I've started doing this on my videos now. If I unbox something that I then go on to use in a build or a PC that I assemble, then I'm going to actually have a few comments that would actually be useful, I think, about my experience of using that particular product. I don't mass produce anything, but when I get the parts and assemble the PC, I might have something to say about the parts I've just unboxed. So here we are. These parts were supplied by a customer who wanted me to assemble the computer, which is this rather funky looking thing here. And what they bought was this GIGABYTE RTX 4090, which you've just watched the unboxing for. It's just the GeForce RTX 4090 Gaming OC-24G. And it's GV, or why don't I just show you with the camera? It's that. You can pause and have a look. Hopefully you can see it. I'll put it in the description anyway. Don't buy it. If you've got enough money to buy an RTX 4090, do not buy this one. Buy another one from GIGABYTE. Just don't buy this particular model. I'll tell you why. For some insane reason, they've put the LEDs, because everything's got to have LEDs, doesn't it? They've put the LEDs behind the fan blades. So when the fans aren't spinning, you get, well, basically you get a strobe effect. So unless the fans are going absolutely hell for leather, the stupid thing flickers. And it flickers really noticeably. If I grab the GoPro and bring the GoPro in and focus in on it, I mean, the GoPro's doing, I think it's doing 30 frames a second or 60 frames a second, but you can see that the LEDs are flashing. I'm looking at it through the GoPro lens, and I'm looking at it in real life, and there are great similarities between what you're seeing on the GoPro and what I'm seeing, in that you get this strobe effect, you get this flickering effect, and it is just absolutely, it's infuriating, and I absolutely hate it. Other models of graphics card by GIGABYTE, I might add, have got the LEDs in a ring on the outside of the fan area, so that's the bit that lights up. But on this one, I just needed a moment, sorry. On this one, they've put the LEDs behind the fans. So the fan's going like this and the LEDs are twinkling, and you get this, and it's so distracting. It is so incredibly distracting. So, I mean, the customer's fully aware of that because I've shown it to them, and they find it annoying as well. They don't care because they've got a 4090. So, we're just going to turn those LEDs off. All the rest are all in sync, but we're just going to turn the LEDs off that are on the actual graphics card, and that's the solution. Very, 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 very annoying. So don't buy this. If you want to buy a 4090, don't buy this one. Buy one where the LEDs are somewhere that are a bit more sensible. Because this one will drive you absolutely mad. I don't think I've got anything else to say about it. Apart, it's a 4090, so what, it's going to nom all the modern games, isn't it? Because of what it is. But it's just those LEDs. They've completely ruined it. Yeah. Sorry, GIGABYTE. They probably won't send me any free stuff now. But no, not enough people will watch this, so it's fine. Maybe I've still got a chance to get free stuff off GIGABYTE. But, no. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. It's my only niggle with it. Everything else has been fine. It is a big fat card, as you'll see in the unboxing, but that's my only niggle with it. And for me, even if it is the only niggle, it's still a deal breaker, because those lights are just, they're just so distracting. It's just, I'll shut up now. If you found this video useful, then liking and subscribing is appreciated. And as ever, thanks for watching.